Emancipate yourself from mental slavery, cause none but ourselves can free our mind. Do not be afraid of atomic energy, cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophet while we sit down and look? Hey, that's Redemption song by Bob Marley. Mental slavery. My name is Ubong Alfred. You see, mental slavery is one topic that most past African leaders have talked about. They give it different name, no colonialism and the rest of the name. But it is one thing that we don't seem to give a lot of energy to. Yes, it is one thing that we don't even care about now. Okay, let me tell you one universal truth. Whatever you become in life today, whatever you are today is as a result of your mindset. By mindset, that means your level of knowledge, your perception of what is good and evil, your perception of how things work out or how things really are, your belief system. Those are the things that determine what you become in life. All other things are secondary. Yes, all other things are secondary. Things like government policy are secondary. They do not determine what you become in life. What determines is your mindset. Now, if the mindset of an individual can determine what an individual becomes, that means the collective mindset of the people can determine what a community, what a country, what a continent becomes. The collective consciousness of the people can determine how the society turns to be, or what the society becomes. That is just the hard reality. Yes. Mental slavery, that is the biggest problem that the black people are still facing today, and we don't seem to care about it. What is mental slavery? Mental slavery simply means working against yourself, your community, your country, or your race, consciously or unconsciously. For whatever reason that makes you to work against your people, against the black race, that means you are suffering from mental slavery. It's as simple as that. Whatever definition they gave to you is their own. That is Afrocentric definition of mental slavery. Working against yourself, your community, your country, or your race, consciously or unconsciously, means that you are suffering from mental slavery. That's the definition by Afrocentric. We don't seem to believe it. We take it very lightly. Okay. You see, we use terms, English languages like international standard, international community, modernization, globalization to deceive ourselves and sink deeper into mental slavery. Most of us believe that we do not suffer from mental slavery. Okay, now answer me. Why do you give your children English name? What makes you believe that Clara sounds better than Amarachi? What makes you believe that Emanuela sounds better than, or Emmanuel sounds better than Adebayo? What makes you believe that? Forget ourselves. Our parents make that mistake. Most of them, they were forced to accept everything that is not peculiar to the black race. They accept those things. But what of you? Why do you still give your son, your daughter, Clara, Emanuela, and Stanley? Why do you do that? You don't have explanation. They sound better. Not so. You are suffering from mental slavery. That is the explanation. That is the explanation. Okay, now we were forced to adopt a single language, which is the English language. The French people, the Cameroon people in Africa adopt the French language, and other African countries adopt different languages. That is understandable. And the African countries that we have today are not actually countries. They are composition of different countries, which Afrocentrism are proposed that Africa should divide and build their country based on true nations line. Okay, we understand that one. But why do you stop your child from learning your indigenous language? When your child wants to speak, say, hey, I don't want that. You have gone to school. I want you to speak good English. Don't do that. Why do you do it? Yeah, we understand that we have a common language that we must all adopt for easy communication. There's no problem about that. But why do you entirely stop your child from learning your own language? Why do you suddenly feel that your language is inferior? That only those that speak good English, good French, good Spanish, that they are the people that are educated? What makes you believe that? You don't know. Well, let me educate you. It's mental slavery. Mental slavery. If you're among those that do that, know that you are suffering from mental slavery. There is no two way about it. That is how it works. What do you wear? What do you wear? What makes you believe that you are unetible? What makes you believe that what makes you believe that the senator, the etibo, the abada that we wear, does not what makes you believe that the abada that we wear, the etibo that we wear, and everything that we put on is not good for formal occasion, for formal meetings? What makes you believe that? Can you explain to me? Is it the Arab people go to Saudi Arabia, go to Qatar, they put under their white cassock when attending meeting, business function? But a typical black man will not wear this. You wear suit and tie. You cover you follow the Europeans' way. What makes you believe that? Why did the Arabs still put on their own white cassock? And you refuse to put on this for business meeting. You call it an informal dress. What makes you do that? You don't know. Okay, let me explain to you. You are suffering from mental slavery. That is the explanation. That is the explanation. That's the explanation. You see? This one is going to shock you. Yeah, if you are an ardent believer in Christianity or Islam, you are suffering from mental slavery. That is the truth. We all know historically that religion, Christianity and Islam were forced upon our parents. We know that. It's a fact. The history is there, it's available. You know that our people did not accept this thing willingly. We all know that it was forced on them, and then they later indoctrinated their children, which later indoctrinated us. Then why do you still believe in this thing that history have told you that it was forced on your parents? Why? Why did they tell you that the sculpture made by our forefather, the sculpture that they worship is evil, is idol? But the sculpture made by European, the same sculpture, that of Jesus Christ made by European, is not idol, that you can worship that one. You can worship that sculpture, but you cannot worship the sculpture made by our forefather. And you believe that. Why do you do that? Why? Because you are suffering from mental slavery. You see, this thing is simple. It's logic. This thing was forced upon our forefathers. And these people tell us that things made of graven images are evils. These same people still went ahead and mold things and give to us, and you start to worship it. You don't even reason it out. Why? Because your mind have been built, have been programmed to work against yourself, your race, your people, without you knowing about it. That is unconsciously. So if you're an ardent believer, I mean those hard believer in Christianity and Islam, you are suffering from mental slavery. There is no two way about it. There is no two way about it. You are suffering from mental slavery. Okay? You see, you may not believe what I said, but that is the reality. That is the reality. That is what is on ground. Now tell me, are you suffering from mental slavery or you are free? Of course, we provide solution. Afrocentric is the key. It's the only thing, the only ideology that will save Africa from itself. Without that, we are doomed. Once again, my name is Ubong Alfred. My interest is in business, African economy, and everything in between. Thank you very much.